Professional Competencies Report Writing Workshop, presented by Michael Christensen. In this video, we will cover the assignment expectations, the assignment preparation, report structure, paragraph structure, development of ideas, evidence, in-text figures and captions, writing style, grammar and spelling, and finally referencing style, paraphrasing, and the reference list. First of all, we'll go through the expectations of this assignment. You'll be expected to apply analytical skills in identifying a problem. Then you'll have to analyze the causes of the problem, which will have to be based on theory, research, and experience. Next, you'll search for solutions, which will also be based on theory, research, and experience, and this part has an individual and group component. Finally, you'll be expected to select the best solution. This will be based on criteria which is evidence-based or based on specific data, theory, and research findings. As a tip, refer to the Assignment 2 outline, and in the marking criteria, look for the HD column. We will now go through how to prepare for the Assignment 2. Step 1. As a group, read the assignment outline and understand the tasks. Then decide the industry problem. Next, design assessment criteria for the quality of individual solutions. Your group design criteria section is worth 3 marks. Step 2. As an individual, research for resources. Evaluate those resources for currency, authority, and reliability. Then prepare a solution which is related to the problem and present this to your group. Step 3. As a group again, use the criteria to give a score and select the best solution for your group report. And finally, Step 4. Research literature as a group and as an individual. See View UWS, go to Learning Material, and then Library Quiz Successful Searching. Also, see the Assignment 2 outline for instructions for your team project. We will now discuss effective reading, which is important so that you can find articles that are relevant to your report. Skim for relevance. Check the title, headings and subheadings, introduction or abstract and conclusion. Scan. Look for certain keywords, concepts, statistics and diagrams. Then decide how to use the reading material. Will you reference for theory or concept? For example, how is it related to the problem or solution in your report? Or will you use the data as evidence? For example, to show a percentage of improvement. You can also use the graphs in the report to show relationships or illustrate the problem. After you have found articles that are relevant to your report, the next step is taking notes. If read on screen, highlight sections which you'll need to read again or use for reference. Write down key concepts and definitions with author details and page numbers so you can find them again. If writing on pen and paper, use lots of white space so you can read your own notes. And use your notes to indicate how concepts and ideas are linked to problem or solution. We will quickly go through the report structure, which can be seen in the Assignment 2 outline. You will need a title, executive summary, table of contents, the project scope and problem context, design criteria, alternative solutions investigated, your proposed final solution, conclusion, and references. The next few slides will go over things that will be in your report. To start off, the executive summary. This is a team effort and is 150 words, but remember to check the Assignment 2 outline for further details. You might ask, why do we need an executive summary? Well, it gives the readers an abstract of the contents of the report. A good executive summary will contain all the relevant information while being concise. Make sure you cover the following: the purpose of the project, an overview of the problem and the areas selected to investigate solutions, brief description of alternative solutions, your design criteria and selection of the final proposed solution, as well as the benefits of adopting the final proposed solution. The table of contents. This is a team effort and is not counted in the word limit. Check the details in the Assignment 2 outline. We will now talk about the body of the report. The body of the report is divided into sections with headings. For Assignment 2, there are 5 headings. Heading 1. Project Scope and Problem Context. This is a team effort and should be 250 words. Heading 2, Design Criteria. Also a team effort but not counted in the word limit. Heading 3, Alternative Solutions Investigated. This is individual and each member writes 750 words on their solution, with a clear labeling of the writer's name. Heading 4, The Proposed Final Solution. Another team effort and 250 words. And finally, heading 5, The Conclusion. This is also a team effort and should be 100 words. As a tip, read the requirements for each heading in the Assignment 2 outline. Pay attention to the action verbs and nouns in the assignment outline. Examples of action verbs and nouns, with the first being the verb and the second being the noun, are identify and identification, investigate and investigation, design, which is both a verb and a noun, evaluate and evaluation, investigate and investigation, analyze and analysis, justify and justification, and finally illustrate and illustration. Use the action verbs and nouns in the previous slide to help you plan your report. Here are a few examples. First, ask yourself, identify what? You might answer this by identifying a specific problem and the final solution. Then ask yourself, how will I do this? You might research literature in the field and evaluate a solution with design criteria designed by your group. Another example, design what? Criteria to determine the final solution. And then how? By setting the details of requirements with a score system. The best example is your assignment marking criteria. Another example, evaluate or evaluation of what? Propose solutions from members. And then how will you do this? By using the design criteria and give a total score for each proposed solution. As a tip, ask questions of what and how and use the answers to help you prepare for your report. Here are a few more examples to help you understand action verbs and nouns. Analyze. So you might analyze the problems, solutions, benefits, advantages, and disadvantages. And then how will you do this? You might research the literature for causes of problems, the available solutions, and then compare advantages and disadvantages. Justify. You might decide to justify how the final solution would resolve the problem, and then you might do this by referring to the literature related to proven theory, principles, or successful solutions similar to the problem. And finally, illustrate. You might want to illustrate something, and then you'll do this by using diagrams, drawings, mind maps, charts, or data. Here is a mind mapping exercise example. We might find a problem which is the electricity bill is too high at $1,100 per quarter. Upon analyzing this problem, we might find that the weather conditions are extremely hot and cold, that the family likes baked dinner, average 3 times a week, and the husband has hot baths in winter twice a week to reduce his stress. The causes of high electricity cost are justified as good reasons. Next is to come up with possible solutions. Possible solution 1, not to use air conditioning. Possible solution 2 might be to install solar panels. And possible solution 3, not to cook too many baked dinners and stop having hot baths. Your group decides to choose possible solution 2 since it is the best option. The next step is to come up with justification. For example, justification 1, solar panels convert sunlight into electricity, and then you would show evidence of efficiency for household use and use references and data. Justification 2, the initial cost of solar panels will be compensated by long-term savings. Use data or charts to show savings and the initial cost. Finally, justification 3, by replacing electricity with solar power, it will reduce the cost but maintain the quality of life of the family. Use a graph to show these calculations. See the Assignment 2 outline for instructions for your team project. We will now talk about paragraph writing. A paragraph must have a topic sentence and supporting sentences. Pause the slide and read through the example of a well-written paragraph. As a tip, you can find this resource from View UWS, go to Academic Literacy Resources, and then to Academic Writing. After reading this paragraph, you'll notice that there is a focus of information. The keywords in the topic sentence define the solution and problem. The supporting sentences contain the justifications. The first supporting sentence refers to the literature. The second one shows a specific percentage. And the final supporting sentence shows how the solution works, and it also explains the wall and roof insulation, and it contains technical knowledge. Next, we will go through paraphrasing. Pause the video and read through this example. Have a go at paraphrasing before looking at the next slide. Now that you've had a go at paraphrasing on your own, compare them to these examples. Example 1, which focuses on the idea of subcontracting. Subcontracting refers to the practice when a construction company disseminates different sections of a construction project to different construction sites. These sites are often specialized in different supplies such as material, labor, or equipment. Example 2, which focuses on the option for subcontracting. A construction company may use their own resources or disseminate a construction project to different sub-companies who are specialized in different supplies or labor. As a tip, paraphrase text needs to be incorporated into your writing with the flow of ideas. Also, always remember to reference the original source. Here are a few pointers on writing style. Use formal language and technical terms to explain theory, concept, or process. Here are some examples. Use material or resources, not stuff. Purchase, not buy. Agree, not you say so. Dissatisfy, not happy. Poor quality, not bad quality. And also remember not to use contractions. So use does not and don't use doesn't. When doing in-text citations and the author is part of your text, remember to use and not the ampersand. And when the author is in brackets, use ampersand and remember not to use and. Finally, don't use first person, so use it is argued rather than I argue. Now for grammar. Remember to use passive voice. This is a key feature of technical writing. In the active voice, the sentence would be, both the company and the client signed the contract. As you can see, the sentence focuses on action. Converting this to passive voice, the sentence would become, the contract was signed by the company and the client. In the passive voice, the sentence focuses on fact. In the next example, the company and the client signed the contract on 20 September 2015. In the passive voice, this would be, the contract was signed on 20th September 2015. In the final example, the fire had destroyed the roof of the house. As you can see, the active voice focuses on the damage of the fire. Converting this to passive voice, it would be, the roof of the house was destroyed by the fire. As you can see, the passive voice concentrates on what happened to the roof. Remember to use Harvard style referencing for your assignment. This slide shows some examples of how to reference books and journal articles. If you need extra help in finding resources or referencing, check the library website. Thank you for watching this video and good luck with your assignment.